Hey everybody, it's Madam Ancestry. Just wanting to touch base with you for a minute. I told you guys earlier today that I hit the genealogy jackpot, and I wanted to just kind of circle back around and tell you about what's going on with that. So, my research has been predominantly on my paternal line, and I've done a little bit on my maternal line of the family, but not a whole lot because there is so much that I have to put together because there's a lot of missing information on that side of the family. Um, Recently, I would say probably within the past year or two, I've made contact with the niece of my grandfather. Now, I've told y'all before that my mom never knew her father, which means that I never knew anything about him, nor my brothers and sisters. None of us knew anything about him. So I used to ask her all the time, to tell me about him, and she would never talk about it, never wanted to talk about it. So I guess I just finally, kept pressing so much. She finally one day told me what his name was, and she told me then that was all she knew about him, that he left when she was a baby. So I didn't have much to go on, but at least it was a name. So I would periodically do searches here and there, and then I would hear various people in the family tell stories about how he left or why he left and all this stuff, but nobody ever really had anything to validate some of the stories that were going around. So, anyway, I found a census document that listed one of the brothers of my grandfather, and it listed his family on there. So I looked at it and I said, there's a pretty good chance that his daughter is still living. So I started researching, which is one of the things I do best, and I found her. And so I sent her a message and told her who I was and what I was looking to obtain information on this person. And so she wrote me back and confirmed that she was the person that I was indeed looking for. And so we chatted back and forth and shared some photos and some family names and whatnot. And she told me that she had a picture of him, that she could share with me and she could send it in the mail. And so I told her, I was very excited to get that information because I had never seen him before. I had no idea what he looked like. So that was going to be phenomenal. Well, anyway, we're going, let me just back up and say one more thing too. Now, when you are reaching out to people that you don't know, it's very good that you validate everything that they're telling you because you want to make sure you're not being scammed or anything like that. Like, I'm all about protecting identities and don't just be out here giving everybody all the information and social security number and all that stuff. Make sure, even if somebody contacts you, make sure you validate that they are who they're saying that they are and that everything is on the up and up. Same thing with her, she was able to validate what I was saying, and likewise, this is 2015, you just got to protect yourself out here nowadays. So anyway, she reached out to me again and said, hey, I was able to locate the photos and I'm going to send them to you in the mail. And so she said that she had a photo of my not great grandfather, my grandfather. And, I said, thanks so much for sending it. And she said, actually, I have a picture of him. I have a picture of his parents. I have a picture of his brothers and his sister. So while I was up here just thinking that I was finally going to get to see what my grandfather looked like, I am going to get to see what my grandfather looked like and his entire family. How incredible is that? I just wish that my mom was still around to be able to see it as well, because I don't think that I'm not sure that she ever met him, nor am I sure that she ever even saw a photograph of him, what he looked like if he left when she was a baby, whatever the circumstances were. So that was my genealogy jackpot find for the day. So I'm excited to be able to make that discovery. I'm excited to be able to put that piece of the family together for my mom and for my brothers and sisters, that we at least have a starting point from that side of the family and can continue to build on that. So I'm sharing this video with you, number one, because I'm just extremely excited and I'm proud of myself for making that connection. And I'm also very thankful to my cousin that I found, that I'm hoping one day we can be able to actually meet face to face. And I mean, she was nice enough to say she'll send everything. I said, I'll send posters. She said, don't worry about it. She said she was just happy to be able to do this for our family. So I want you to know how much I appreciate that. And you have no idea what it means to me and my brothers and sisters to be able to lay eyes on these people. But also I wanted to share this video because sometimes it gets a little discouraging when you're out there trying to locate information and locate relatives and ancestors, and it feels like you are just running into a brick wall over and over again. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. You may need to stop and regroup, but this just goes to show that with dedication and hard work that it is possible to find information on ancestors that you thought may not have been out there. So keep searching, and I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors. Keep me posted. Remember, you can always go and drop me a line on my Madam Ancestry page on Facebook. Remember to follow me on Twitter, and if you want to just send me an email and keep me up to date on what's happening on your searches, I'd love to hear about it. MadamAncestry@gmail.com. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.